You prove too much for the man. Too much for the man. He couldn't make it. Now he's leaving the life. He's come to know. He said he's going. He said he's going back to find. Going back to find who was left of his world. The world he left behind not so long ago. He's leaving on that midnight train to Florida. Hey, people. Excuse my throat. Hold on a minute. Oh, look at all the darlings. Hi, Fraser Laurie. Toontown. She talked to Merch. How you doing? Hi, Shakira. Erica J. Moderator Nikki with the eye patch blue. How y'all doing? Hi, Miss Ashley. Sable Winners. I love that name, Sable Winners. Kind of reminds you of Dominique Devereaux. Peter Pablo, how y'all doing? Ashley Watkins and Chocolate Rose. Child. What's this latest tea, honey? A couple of hours ago, I see that Treecey was live, and she said in the beginning of her live that Jay Wilson was trying to call her. Now I said, wait a minute, is this the same Jay Wilson that just made 40 videos attempting to humiliate and embarrass you about your adventure in California? Is this the same person that you are currently in full out battle with, right? Is this the same person that you are fearful because she coming on the same boat as you coming on your little cruise? She signed on to come on that same boat and you are furious about it? Is this the same? Why in the fuck are you gonna call that woman and you attacking her on all fronts? I said, wait a minute, this is strange. This is certainly something worth talking about, girl. So Jay Wilson called Treecey 5 times today. Some calls rejected, and so then he tried to text her. He said it's emergency. So I was in her live when he tried to text her. I said, Treecey, why don't you go ahead and answer him and see what the hell he's talking about? What is this big emergency, girl? Because it might be something that involves you. And we're concerned about that, girl. So Treecey called him live online. Now, they ain't been talking since Sacramento. He had the audacity to call her. I mean, she called him back. He had already called 5 times in this emergency or this crisis, right? And she called him live. And then she said, I'm live, which is the legal or right thing to do, is to tell him I'm live. Why are you calling me, right? And so he said, oh, you live? Because some states it's not even legal to record people without saying or go live without their knowledge, right? So she did that. Take me off of live. And so Treecey went silent, went mute for the audience, for the subscribers, and me included. And there was dead silence there for gotta be 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. And when she come back, she said, well, what's it about, Treecey? And apparently him and this fool in what's that child? I don't even want to say that name. That dude in Mexico are having some kind of issue. So I said, Timothy, let me mosey over here to Jay Wilson page, right? There is, she's still live. I got another window open. I'm going to his page. He done took down all his lives, all his videos, all his playlists. He done emptied his page, and he's trying desperately to call Treecey. Right. So I don't know if he told her something that she wasn't supposed to repeat. I wouldn't be trying to protect him in any way. I tell him, I say whatever the hell I want to say. But he says something offline. She says this is about that boy in Mexico. the white one who makes fun of black people and puts them in all of his thumbnails, calls them niggers. He said he gone too far now. That's all she would say. That he said that this dude has gone too far now, and apparently he was trying to get information as to how to report this guy, his address, and he was in a panic and took down all his videos, right? So the answer is, short answer, we don't know what the hell that boy wants, why he's calling that woman after all the things he's done to her and all his concern. I'm concerned. He showed your titties. I'm concerned. Why are you concerned, nigga? What's it got to do with you? Right? You flipped on her. You did a Tasha K on Treecey. Y'all have not been on speaking terms since then, unless it's negative. She's been making videos, a whole 16-part series about you. Why in the hell, of all the people on the planet, would you be calling Treecey? Surely this is not the same Treecey who, when the boy sent her to jail, you couldn't be bothered, right? Oh, we ain't friends. We ain't friends. We don't talk on the phone. All this old bullshit, right? This girl's right down the street from you. You could have got her out of jail for $50, and you couldn't be bothered. And so, do you think she's supposed to take an interest in your pursuit of this boy? Jay Wilson, you don't make, well, as usual, you don't make any sense. So I'm sure that Treecey is not taking this as a sign y'all have made up now. No, honey. Don't let that nigga walk away. You don't need to answer no more calls. You figured out what it was. Ain't got nothing to do with you. He is so callous that he is actually involving her with that food in Mexico after he didn't send her to jail. Why in the hell would she want to have anything to do with him? His name, his channel, his nothing, right? But you think that she's going to surrender him to you, girl? How y'all doing today? Y'all see that? So y'all's boyfriend Jay Wilson is gone again. It don't take much for that fool to take his page down, does it? He is so fearful and so afraid. That's when you have all these secrets, girl. What are you so afraid of, nigga? I like to live. I was telling her I like to live my life out loud. And whatever I say here, I'll say it anywhere, honey. Every time somebody bark at that boy, he goes taking all his videos down, hiding who he is because he's ashamed of what he is, right? He wants to be out there in the world acting like he's some kind of collegiate businessman or whatever the fuck he thinks. I don't know why he didn't choose business as where the money is anyway. But then he want to come on here and be a catty little bitch, right? Catty, vicious queen on here. I guess he doesn't want anybody to know in the what he calls the real world what exactly he is, right? Most people are not going to have a chaplain who behaves the way Jay Wilson does on here. This is not a joke. People are dying, right? Reporting or do. How you doing, Peter Pablo? What's going on, people? I said, well, my goodness. I mean, that's like him calling me or something. Why in the fuck would you be calling my house, nigga? Believe that if Jay Wilson apologized to Treecey, she will forgive him and they will be back. Oh, I hope not, Elaine. I would hope not. You say, I believe that if Jay Wilson apologizes to Treecey, she will forgive him and they will be back on speaking to him. No, it shouldn't happen. Because she did the right thing. And I hope I wasn't wrong in suggesting that she called him live online, right? I wanted to know what this shit was all about. But initially, she didn't answer any of his calls. He kept calling and calling, and she ignored him. But if somebody's calling and calling me, I want to know what the hell it's about, right? So that don't mean they made up. She don't need to soften her attack at all. He has dogged her out and dogged her out and dogged her out and dogged her out. So I don't know what that boy got on him now. This dude in Mexico, he doxes people. He's even broadcast where I live online when I had nothing to do with him. Some people on here are mentally ill, right? And since her history with him, why would he be trying to involve her anything from him. So you can go back then and say, oh, I got that information from Treecey. Treecey told me your address. Treecey did this. Treecey did that. No, it's got nothing to do with her. Fight your own damn battles, boy. You thought it was so amusing when that dude come on and talk about he gonna dox me. I'm doxing Timothy Blaine. Oh, you running from the white man. When that white man called the Social Security on you, you just wiggling all over the goddamn place, girl. Oh, that white man. I see you didn't go after that white man. You didn't. Well, what, Miss Thing? Now it's your turn. Now it's your turn to give. You got the right to love to give. It's your turn, bitch. You deal with it. You didn't see him sending people to jail. You didn't see him calling all these black people, all of these disparaging names, go right back online, child, put black people all up in his thumbnails, right? On to make fun of them, broke people with broken teeth, people with lipstick all over their face, right? Always to make us disparaging, always to attack our livelihoods, to call the police, to call the CPS, to call anybody you can think of calling in an effort to ruin our lives, us as black people. You never see him on here attacking no Jewish people or wherever the fuck he came from. Never in his thumbnail, never. He has no interest in other white people. He's only interested in black people, and he's only interested in him above and us below. Now, you deal with him. Since everything's so funny. He put it on YouTube. So this boy is what's he doing? Putting something on YouTube? Let me do a perimeter check, child. I want to see. That boy, of course, I got nothing to do with that. That's something that doctors need to work out. But I want to go in here and see if anything has become public on this. I'll be right back. Hold on a minute. I ain't even going to say the name, child. All right, baby. Come on. Sit right here. Sit there, bum. Come on, put it down. Be good. Okay, Dr. Sin Wars. That was 4 days ago. Let me see. Uh-oh, we got a problem here. Okay, so there's more breaking news here. Unless I'm not spelling it right or something. According to this thing here, Jay Wilson's page is totally gone, right? Everything's off of it except for his name. Now, when I just did my perimeter check, that boy in Mexico's page is also gone. Could somebody else check, make sure I didn't get the spelling incorrect or anything? But it appears that when you put that person's name in here, his channel is gone. It was up an hour ago. And now that channel is also gone. Wait a minute. Nope. I don't see no videos up for that person. So there's something going on, people. Now both of them channels missing. What y'all think? What do y'all think is going on? Now, Treecey wouldn't give us much information. She said it's just those two questions. He might have said something to her and swore her to secrecy, but I wouldn't keep anything secret for him. Do shit for him. He's your enemy. Let him be that, honey. Right? Pastor has always been scared of him, says Chris Caldwell. Of course. But he likes to go on and always talk about other people like they have some apprehension about that boy. It ain't about it was never about me being scared of the boy. It's about me wanting to beat his ass. And since you can't do that online, right? Why would you want to invite somebody like that into your life or your space or your atmosphere, even your consciousness, right? But Wilson has always thought that was amusing. Oh, you scared of the white man. You scared of the white man. The Poodle, he didn't came after him several times, and she always diverts. Tell Jay Wilson the law is for the lawless. And Treecey, hang up. Okay. Well, I hope she understands that. Hi, Natasha Milan. Let me go make sure I ain't forgetting people's honey. How you doing? So within the last hour, the boy in Mexico, that page is missing as well. So are they calling the police on each other? I don't know. All Treecey said was the man said that this time the fool had gone too far. He's not a clergyman anymore. He never was a clergyman, Amanda. He never was a clergyman. He found a program on online during COVID where they were training you to be a chaplain, and you have to have a certain amount of hours to be a chaplain. He, as far as he made it, was going through temp agencies to try to be a chaplain. He never made it because people called on him and doxed him and got him fired from the job, right? And he's gone silent on the whole subject of the chaplaincy since then. So all of this taking the channel down could be because he's still trying to pursue this thing of being a chaplain. After 5 degrees, he think he's gonna get one more. But the real Jay Wilson is the real James Wilcox is just what we see on here, right? So he got, since he's so greedy for money, they say they gave him $2,000 the other day. That's what he said. He's so greedy, he can't let this go, right? Because the bills are still due. Mortgages due. He can't maintain a job. He does not have a license to be a chaplain. He works a temp job. But he came and told the elaborate lie that he had, right out of school, they had taken him from school onto this high-paying chaplaincy job for $120,000 a year. That's what he said they started them at. 3 months later, he came and said he got a raise. Now he was making $60,000 on that job. He had got a $40,000 raise in 3 months, correct? And then when them people, somebody spotted him on the job at the hospital where he was working as a temporary, they called to try to get him fired. And they said, we can't fire him. He doesn't work here. He is a temporary worker, right? He never copped to any of that till he was caught, correct? At that time, he was saying he was making over $200,000 a year, $160,000 from this chaplain job, which we know what a chaplain is. So some of us went ahead and did a little research, and we found out that the starting wage for a chaplain in a hospital is $27,000. He said, "Oh, you don't know. It's different. It's different for me. It's $100,000 difference from what I'm seeing online and what you're saying, right?" All the agencies who are reporting on salaries for chaplains, they all seem to be in the same range, $27,000 to $32,000. Chaplain job is usually held by people, old people who are retired. Old people work in the clergy, they retire, they become chaplains. It's just about going into rooms. God bless you. You don't got to preach to be no chaplain, honey. I hope that answers your question, Amanda. He what you call a piecemeal, right? A little bit, a few dollars from here, a few dollars from there. Primarily, he's an Uber driver and a YouTube person. He says he got a show. New Mexico has sent videos to his daddy. Oh well, okay. So I'm Strojan. Oh, Strojana. I don't know. Anyway, I got you. I'm SCRONGA. My guess, New Mexico has sent videos to his daddy. Well, you know, New Mexico called his daddy before, right? And this boy was so fearful of him that he ignored the fact that this man then called his daddy, right? Because when he announced that he was a junior, because he has to have all these titles, Jay Wilson, he's got to be Dr. Pastor James Wilcox Jr. So the dude took the junior and then doxed his father and actually called on his father, right? So now Jay Wilson is saying that he's gone too far this time. So what has he done? His father, Jay Wilson, is in his mid-50s. So his daddy got to be between 70 and 80. He may not be computer savvy. He may not be on YouTube and all that. But there's always the possibility that someone in the family has told him that Jay's he's on YouTube. He got a channel, whatever. Because his sister was on here at one point, right? We know that. Who is that there? Hold on. Oh, thank you, Annette75. I appreciate you. I sure do. For a super chat. So let me see y'all. What else y'all think? Let me see. Any more guesses? Now both channels are gone. Wilcox has said he's gone too far now. Wilcox is calling the person who he says is his enemy, or he certainly treats her as his enemy. But he's so desperate that he has to call that person. Is he attempting to call the police there in Mexico to have this person picked up? And did the person swing back? And now his channel is gone as well. The threats have been removed. Will Suck Cox need to get a life. Okay, well, that's true. He has tons of skeletons trying to escape the closet. Yeah, he does. Tons of skeletons. Everything's a secret. Oh, that's my business. My business. Girl, we know everything about you. It ain't that hard. You can't shut up trying to brag on every damn thing, girl. Okay, how can they go back to beefing through after talking? Well, they ain't had no, I don't know if they had a friendly conversation. He called her in desperation. Call me back. It's an emergency. It's an emergency. He called her 5 times, child. And when she picked up online, he requested that he take her off of line. He didn't want us to hear what he had to say, right? We got to take Treecey's word that that's all he said was that this dude had gone too far. And he wanted to know his address, right? He felt for some reason that she would give him, even if she had it. Why am I helping you? You made 40 videos about my situation in Sacramento. You forgot about that? He assumes that he has the power. No, you insulted everything about my life, honey. And I'm still coming on the boat. Desperate. How you gonna be desperate and then go take all your channel, all your page down? Mexico needs to get a life. New Mexico needs to get a life. The only reason that maybe you're talking about serious mental illness there. I'm sorry. That's the way I see it. That's the way I've seen it from the beginning. I don't want to fight nothing crazy. The only reason he likes this sector is to make himself feel like he's superior. You're right about that, Primo. Let's read that again. New Mexico needs to get a life. The only reason he likes this sector is to make himself feel like he's superior. All he does is make fun of black people. And I don't know why some of them go over there. Not a whole lot. He ain't never had no numbers, Chef. But just the thought that anybody would go over there to listen to that motherfucker. After he's insulting your people, after he's putting all of these people at their worst for his thumbnails. You're not black. Why are you putting black people as your thumbnail? I mean, over and over and over and over again, right? Each one of the people in the beef sector, they're all in his thumbnail. He takes it on himself to thumb. But when you're dealing with someone like that, you're dealing with mental illness, right? I believe. That's the way I've always seen that person. Sick. And so now Jay Wilson have to deal with him. I wonder, Primo Wanda, does he feel superior when he's sitting at the table with the other Jews? I mean, Jews are known as overachievers, right? Are you somebody special when you're sitting down with them? How come they ain't in none of your thumbnails? How come you are not following none of their pages? I'm just saying. What is your obsession with black people? When did this happen? Today. Mexico, he got took down in less than an hour ago. And Wilson, he's 2 or 3 hours ago, everything disappeared. Urban Wire, I don't know where the hell he is. They're not on this channel. Let's do another perimeter check to see what's going on over there. Because the story seems to be moving rather quickly. What's that boy's name? Oh, he's a doctor. I forget. He's a doctor. Oh, I can't get him on here. I can't get him on this computer for some reason. When I put him on this computer, all I get is Treecey's comedy skits or other people talking about him. Where's my phone? And I don't have my phone on me. I can't check that. I can check this other one. Hold on a minute, people. Hold on 1 minute. Let me get my phone. Queenie dog, what you doing? Come with your dad. I'm following Woo, Daddy. I'm following Woo. Why do you follow your daddy? Why are you following your daddy, Queenie? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then we're gonna talk about Heidi, her shenanigans. I guess hiding these channels is becoming a thing lately. Okay, so the page is still up, and there's nothing on it. There's nothing on home. There's nothing on live, past lives. You see that head? Nothing on it. I don't know how to make things not so blurry on here. I don't know. All right. So we got to see what's going on between them two. Let me see. Old dude on live now. Wait a minute. He on live. I just saw it. It ain't no. He ain't on live. According to this, he don't have no lives. According to my phone, he ain't on live. He calling Treecey in a panic. That must be very humiliating to have to call your enemies, honey, begging for help. She should have cussed his ass out and hung up. Let's see y'all think. Deandra, yeah, that's the name. I'm not saying that name. Deandra Jameson got the name on there. Yeah, it's hidden. He still got to pay for the Mexico boy. There's nothing up there at all when you put it in the search engine. It's 0. But Wilson's page is still up. But just nothing on it. Everything has been privatized, hidden. Pictures of himself on the community wall. Okay. How can you say he's live right now? Are you talking about the other one? Who's live right now, Deandra? I don't see that. You got to go check. I ain't seen that, honey. According to my phone, there are no videos there. Let's see. What else can we do? You might be seeing somebody posting about him, but I don't see nothing on here for him. I don't know. If you know better information, let us know. Him, the dude from Mexico, is live. Oh, the other one is. I don't listen to that fool. Listen, I would go to a mental hospital or something. Okay. Let's see what's going on there. Well, his channel's back up. Okay. He's talking about, he got one called Jay Wilson. Wilson is talking about. You know, I really have a real serious problem with playing that boy's material, but he is live now and he is talking about the story with Jay Wilson. I think he called it Jay Wilson is the title of his thing. If y'all want to check that out, you can. I just can't post anything from him. I don't want nothing to do with that. So maybe he'll tell the story. I don't know. But definitely his page is up. I don't know why it was blank before. They're playing a serious game over there. Jay Wilson wanted all the beef, and now he wants to be a vegetarian. Lord, that must have been humiliating to have to call Treecey. That boy is really in a panic. Now, has he found out about one of these church jobs or this temp agency? Because you know you can dox people on for the individual job he was on. That's what happened last time. But it's still very easy to find out the agency, the temp agency he works for, whenever he can get a job, right? And to my knowledge, that boy is still trying to get accredited as a chaplain. So maybe they feel like he got something to lose. Like he said 100 times over and over again, oh, people don't got nothing to lose. Will call you to lose everything. You know, she said the same shit, John. Don't tell the law is rolling through a beef sack. Who snitched? Lord have mercy. I know somebody's trying to find an address and want to serve somebody, have somebody arrested. People is getting too comfortable with this law shit. They both like to call the police on people. Jay Wilson, it would probably benefit him to do some time in jail, really. So he'll get a better understanding about this thing about all these black people going to jail. He's constantly got that in his mouth. You got a record. You got a record. Let me tell you something. If you in a fight with somebody and both of y'all stabbing each other, you're both going to jail. Nobody there gives a fuck if you got a record or not. You're still going to jail. You break the law, you get to go. But I think it would help him. He needs to have a little bit more life experience. Just about running her mouth about who's going to jail constantly. And so if that's the game they're playing, that other one in Mexico, he certainly plays that game a lot longer than Wilson. So we'll have to see. Bobblehead, okay. What happened to Jay Wilson? So maybe Mexico was the channel was never down. I don't know. It's certainly up now. When I checked it, 15 minutes ago, it was gone. So I don't know. People have some self-respect. You don't deal with people like that. You don't deal with people who are constantly making fun of your people. You don't deal with people who use the N-word so cavalier. You don't deal with people who are trying to put themselves above and you below, and your whole race below. What is the obsession? Why can't you talk about your own people? I'm serious about that. Jay Wilson in jail would be a humbling experience. He needs that. Jay Wilson, he could do well for a nice ass whooping, so somebody will beat him up because of something he said, or to go to jail, because those things would help him to understand that fat meat is indeed greasy. You don't just treat people any kind of goddamn way. And what the fuck are you doing calling your enemies, girl? Because you're so desperate. You never let them see you sweat. Obviously, this boy has rattled your cage, Miss Thing. If you're running to your enemies to try to get information, why would they give you anything? I wouldn't give you, even if I did know it. If I knew it by heart, I wouldn't give it to your ass. I can't stand his voice. Sounds like he needs to gargle. I don't know, baby. That old sissy ass. Whatever. Now, while I was over on Treecey's page talking to her, I asked her to drop the link. We talked it up for a few minutes, and then Miss Heidi, she shows up in Treecey's in her chat and says, "Drop the link." Now, I still haven't figured out why, no matter who is on, I'm on multiple people, my mic always seems to be so low. My mic is fine. Both of them are the same mic. They're fine as long as there's not another person on StreamYard. So I still don't understand that. But her mouth is louder, but she ain't saying the same old shit. She comes after me again, so we got to go through all of the prostitution and the whoredom, and she's not smart enough to figure, well, maybe it's because I'm going through this person's personal life and trying to throw his life up in his face when I have so much. There's Heidi Fly, you're such an easy read that one would have to wonder, girl, you're used to abuse. You like to be abused. None of this shit phases you because you are accustomed to being abused because of your former career. I say former, I don't know. I don't know what Josh does for a living, how much money he's bringing in. I know them lip kips ain't bringing in nothing. Obviously, her channel's not bringing in nothing. She can rarely get over 200 people to watch her, right? If I get 2,000 people to watch me, I don't get number $15, $16. So I can't imagine where she get money from, right? I mean, surely she's not spending the kind of time she puts online and selling all this junk that she sells. She's not doing all of it for free, is she? So I don't know. She says she has sex with rich people, and that's not Look at that. God damn it. Yeah, they're gonna say it's dope, but I had an MRI a couple of days ago. That's when it hit the vein. I'm still cancer-free, baby. Bless the name of God. They keep checking that. I think I'm in my 5th year, though, as far as that cancer goes. So after 5 years, they'll call you cancer-free. They keep an eye on you for that long, though. They'll make sure nothing comes back. So at least delivering onions is good. Now, Miss Heidi Fly Monster, she listened to this video, and she'll take whatever I say in this video, try to take something, and she'll talk about that for the next 6 months. This is the kind of woman she is. So I had to cuss her out. She hollering and screaming, trying to cuss me. My words are so much better than hers, but her microphone is just louder. Cancer-free, that's what the bottom line, baby. OG Beauty. The rest of this shit don't mean nothing, honey. Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Y'all got any idea why this pastor would pull all his stuff off a line and call Treecey 5 times and text Treecey and answer Treecey's call and saying it's an emergency? It's an emergency. This time he's gone too far, right? So you know what it feels like, nigga. I thought you said when he come fucking with me, oh, you scared of the white man. The white man's after. Lord have mercy. I had seen that boy come after him several times. Ms. Wilson, she just goes silent. So I guess the boy decided to kick it up again. We'll know more. After I get through with this, I'll probably have to look over there and see what the tea is. We'll talk about it on tomorrow. Ain't no friends on YouTube. Ain't no friends on YouTube. Why are you calling Treecey then? If there ain't no friends on YouTube, why should she give you information? Why should she share anything with you considering the way you treated her? Many times. She let it slide several times. Ain't no friends on YouTube mean you don't need no help, right? Didn't you make videos talking about, he said, Mayday, Mayday. This thing, I said it then and I say it right now, girl. You're dealing with somebody who's mentally ill. I ain't dealing with that shit. I'm a grown-ass man. But let's see how you handle it, Jay Wilson. The law is for the lawless. What are you so damn afraid of, girl? Maybe it's time, Jay Wilson, to stop trying to live a double life. We know you stayed in the closet for damn near 40 years, right? So we know you are used to living a double life, right? You're one thing in the church house and one thing in the club, in the bathhouse, right? We already know that, girl. But maybe it's time for you to stop, to make a decision, a choice. Either I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. I'm going to be the real Jay Wilson, which is a catty queen on YouTube, or I'm going to try to be a serious person and be a chaplain or work somehow in ministry, right? You need to make a decision. Stop trying to do both things, girl. You have to be so scary. They think if they read my book, which contains my whole life story, girl, they're going to find something I'm ashamed of. Ooh, he ashamed. I'm ashamed of it. I wrote it down and published it, and that's I'm ashamed of it. I ain't ashamed of a shit, girl. I'm glad I had a life, to tell you the truth. We only get so much time, baby. I was working. Yeah, you were working, all right. What was it, 30 jobs? You're a master at getting a job, but you cannot keep one, Jay Wilson. We've said it over. Everybody who talks to you, to or about you, says the same thing, girl. You can't keep them. You can't keep a job. What good is getting a job if you can't keep it? You go get one mortgage payment out of one job and then go to something else. That's why the temp agency is still so attractive to you, even though you're a 55-year-old man. You say 53, I say 55. I'm sticking to it. a 55-year-old man, certainly a man in his mid-50s, and you're still working temp agencies. You think Jay Wilson may be having a nervous breakdown? Well, bring it on live, Jay Wilson. Put it on YouTube. Put it on YouTube. I would love to see your nervous breakdown, girl. Oh, who is this? Tofu Alley? Oh, that Sir King is in here. Oh, we on speaking terms, Sir King? It's been so long, honey. How you doing? Yeah, we got to follow this latest saga between Mexico. That's one of yours. Weren't you going at it with him too? I think it's a useless fight. The boy is crazy, right? And he loves the idea of sending black people to jail like he is the slave master or something, and then we all under him. He can send our ass to jail. You know, somebody like that could be very easily be hurt. If I was in the same town with him when he called his ass going after me, he would have been hurt, and I would have had to make him understand. Everybody's not the same. You don't just throw your fishing reel out there and you think you can just do anything you want to anybody. But I'm not mad about the situation between you and Jay Wilson, because obviously you have rattled his cage. Do I have no, I didn't come on with you got to come on. You don't have a link unless you come on, right? Let me try that. I don't think you have a link. Wait a minute. I'm on live stream. I don't think you can do that, Sir King. Let me see. I'm gonna try it. I never tried it. I think you have to sign on with let's see. See if that works. It doesn't say anything about being on StreamYard. I think you got to sign on to StreamYard. Yeah, we have to do it another day. No, I'm not. I didn't sign on to StreamYard. Apparently, you can get it. I've been getting it lately for free. I didn't know that. You can do it, but you have to sign on that way. I just signed on to regular this thing, live stream. Whatever, you can follow the story as well. I'm sure we have some kind of answer tomorrow. That thing in Mexico is live right now, apparently, with Jay Wilson as his title. So we can assume that he is spilling the guts about what's going on between them. Wilson has taken his page and disappeared. So we have to do a little bit more research, and we'll have to regather on tomorrow. Mm-hmm. That hottie fly monster thing done wore me out for the day for the live stream, baby. She just yelling and scream, holler. I wonder how to get the microphones up that high, though. I wonder. Mine seems to be fine when I play my replay. Baby, please stop. Sit the bum. Sit the bum. Sit the bum right there. You love it, Daddy? Love it, Daddy. Mm-hmm. Anyway, people, I just want to come on and touch base with y'all and let you understand that there is a story going on, a story brewing between two disliked people, at least on this page. This is a Jay Wilson bashing channel. We do not acknowledge that other person, but apparently they have a situation over there that would cause Jay Wilson to remove his page and to call what is supposed to be his worst enemy currently 5 times, saying essentially, Mayday, Mayday. He's gone too far this time. Y'all have a wonderful night. Later.